9 News at 9 starts right now.
The snow has returned, only this time it's just impacting the high country. Here's a live look from Crested Butte where you can really see that snow coming down. The significant storm got going tonight, could bring several feet to certain parts of the mountains.
With the snow comes the travel impacts. Here is a live look at Loveland Ski Area near the east side of the Eisenhower Tunnel entrance. You can see, looks like they are at standstill, lots of red lights there. If you are heading that way this weekend, you can expect to see these conditions. Already don't look great. They're expected to get much worse through Saturday. And we know 3-day weekend, President's Day, there's going to be a lot of folks trying to get to the mountains, Corey.
Yeah, and these are some of the biggest snow numbers for 48-hour totals that we have seen since November, the second week of November. So it's been a while since we've had a storm this big impacting in such a short amount of time. You can see the snow showers moving from the western slope into the central mountains here. Coalbank Pass already closed in Telluride. We may have Loveland Pass closed, and that's why they have the tunnels closed at the moment here. But all these winter storm warnings in red, weather advisories in blue go all the way until Saturday night. So all night tonight, all through the day tomorrow, and all through the day Saturday is what we're looking at for these totals here. We could see 1 to 3 feet in some of the mountain passes and some of the ski areas, and also some of the mountain towns looking like they could do pretty good with up to a foot of snow. Here in Denver, not so much of a big deal. We're going to have some sunshine and some clouds getting up there until 50 degrees tomorrow. We will see a wave of rain and snow later on tomorrow night. I'll talk about that in the forecast.
2 people have filed a lawsuit against Denver police officers, saying that the officers wrongfully detained them.
9 News reporter Rhea Jaw joins us. Rhea, you spoke with people who say they're still traumatized by the situation.
Yeah, and officers were 2 blocks away from where the suspect was reported to be when they detained the 2 people I spoke with today. Officers later said that they knew they had the wrong people and went on to detain them anyway.
It's pretty scary. We're going by the spot.
Driving past this spot now is triggering.
This is now the spot.
It's the intersection of Brighton Boulevard and 29th Street in Denver. It's where Jessica Swenstrom and Rex Hickman lost their faith in police.
That was the closest I've ever been to feeling like I was going to die that day.
Back in May, Jessica and Rex were waiting at this stoplight.
Honestly, the more we learned about this case, the more upset we got too.
Police were responding to a report of a man threatening someone with a gun. They say he was in a red Saturn with Colorado license plates.
That's our vehicle.
That's when an officer spotted Jessica's maroon Mercury with Kansas license plates and conducted a felony traffic stop.
They jumped out with their guns drawn, and in an instant, boom, just pulled the trigger right at us. I mean, it was just absolutely terrifying, just had our hands up.
Documents show at that point, Officer Kirk Malone fired his gun.
And then they handcuffed me and put me in their vehicle knowing I was not their suspect.
But yeah, they continued to just pull us out and treat us like criminals really for several more hours.
Officer Malone later said he thought he saw the red Saturn and then got a bad grip on the gun, which caused him to accidentally pull the trigger. Thankfully, nobody was hurt.
He pointed at us and could have easily taken one of our lives. I mean, just like that.
The Denver District Attorney declined to file charges, and DPD says Officer Malone remains on active duty.
How does he still have a job?
One of the reasons that we want to bring this lawsuit forward is we want to see change.
Jessica and Rex were innocent that night, and because of it, thought they had nothing to fear. Now, they're suing the officers who broke that trust.
We feel like we're still in fear because of this situation.
The DA said that they didn't file charges against the officer because he had sufficient reason to stop the car and have his gun drawn. Denver police now saying they have an active investigation into this incident. Reporting live in Denver, Rhea Chow, 9 News.
A search is underway tonight for a missing CU student. 18-year-old Megan Trussell hasn't been seen for 4 days. As the FBI helps police look for her, her family is holding out hope.
If you saw the girl with the bright red hair.
Megan Trussell is hard to miss.
She has a very distinctive purse. There aren't any like it, I don't think, because I made it for her.
But CU Boulder police say the film student hasn't been seen since Sunday night at her dorm, Hallett Hall.
Megan was last seen on the video surveillance walking towards her sister's apartment. She didn't go there. She never arrived.
Her mom, Vanessa Diaz, says she talked to her daughter the night before.
Her and I texted a bunch on Saturday evening. One of her cousins is turning 20, and so we were planning for her birthday party coming up next weekend. Megan was very excited about it.
Vanessa says texts this week have gone unanswered. On Wednesday, Megan's parents realized neither had heard from their daughter. So Vanessa checked on Megan's phone activity through their T-Mobile account.
I saw that there was no activity whatsoever on her phone after 8:45 p.m. on Sunday.
They contacted CU Boulder Police on Wednesday. They're coordinating with other police agencies and the FBI to search for Megan. In the meantime, her friends and family are posting her picture around campus, hoping someone knows something that can help.
And if you see her and she's in distress, give her a hand, report it to the authorities so that we can make sure she's safe.
If you have any information about Megan's whereabouts, you are asked to contact CU Police. The number is on your screen. You can also find this on the story on 9news.com.
A student at Fort Collins High School now faces charges in a home invasion. Police arrested 18-year-old Ethan Campbell on campus today. A healthcare worker told police a man with a mask got into her apartment through her second-story balcony and assaulted her. This happened last May at the Brookview Apartments. Police say Campbell lives at that complex, and another person there reported an encounter with him as well. That led officers to search his apartment, where they say they found evidence linking him to the crime. Campbell now faces charges including attempted murder. He was underage at the time of the crime, but police say he'll be charged as an adult. He's being held in jail on $750,000 bond.
A months-long dispute over cost of living adjustments between DPS and its teachers union is now over. An arbiter ruled in favor of the district. The Denver Classroom Teachers Association argued its members should get a raise and a cost of living adjustment based on wording in their bargaining contract and their agreement. The arbiter agreed. The school board will make the final decision.
Aurora police are asking for your help tonight finding a man they say robbed the same gas station 4 times in the matter of just a few months.
9 News reporter Rachel Krause joins us. And Rachel, police say this man shows up with a gun or a knife, but he's not asking for cash.
No, these are small-scale robberies, and they only happen every month or two, but police say it's the same guy every time. An employee inside the main gas station being targeted says this is scary. Even customers are hoping police catch this guy quick.
Aurora police say it's become a habit. This man pulls up at a convenience store with a weapon to rob the place. Agent Matthew Longshore with Aurora PD says this started in July.
But it's been the same Shell station. He hit the same Shell station 4 times.
The same guy every few months, typically at the Shell gas station off South Tower Road.
This is probably one of the first cases I've seen ever where the same suspect chooses the same location multiple times like this.
The suspect switched it up on Saturday, hitting the 7-Eleven around the corner from the Shell.
It isn't too far, which makes us believe that he is somehow associated with this specific area of Aurora.
Police say he comes with a knife or a gun, but won't go for the obvious.
He doesn't go after the money. It's only been the merchandise in the store, the vape, tobacco, and the beer products.
And not even a lot of vapes, cigarettes, and beer.
It's about $100, if not less, in the amount of merchandise that he's taking. He's going after what he can grab in his hand, and then he's leaving.
Police say the months between robberies makes him hard to track, even with extra officers keeping an eye.
We've increased our presence around that Shell station. If officers had free time, we asked them to park in the parking lot, patrol the area.
Longshore says he hasn't hurt anyone, but these robberies are scary for the clerks. The Shell gas station has the suspect's image taped up. Hopeful someone will recognize him.
They want him caught just as much as we do.
Police say the suspect appears to be in his late teens or 20s, and he's about 6 foot or 6'2", slim build, a bit of a mustache. Aurora police say he's an identifiable guy. They just haven't been able to do that yet. So if you recognize him or know anything, call Aurora PD. Rachel Krause, 9 News.
The woman arrested in a shooting at an arcade in Highlands Ranch is facing 104 charges, including 5 counts of attempted murder. Nevaeh Crowley-Sanders is accused of shooting another woman inside a bathroom of Main Event on Sunday night. Prosecutors say the two knew each other. They got into a fight before she opened fire. She's also accused of firing another shot outside the bathroom before leaving. The Douglas County Sheriff's Office says one of their deputies then shot and killed a man she was with in the parking lot. They claim that man was armed with a gun. Crowley-Sanders is due back in court on February 24th.
A man who was on the run for nearly 5 years after he escaped from prison in Inglewood has been sentenced to prison again. 60-year-old Alan May drove away from the federal prison camp compound at the end of 2018. He lived under an alias in Fort Lauderdale until U.S. Marshals arrested him in August of 2023. Federal prosecutors say he scammed people out of more than $8 million while he was on the run. He was just sentenced to 10 years in prison. That's on top of the 7 years he still has to serve from his original sentence. He's also been ordered to pay over $9 million in restitution.